Hey, everyone. Today we're going to look at squaring radicals. I started with the square root of 14 squared. I want you to remember this. The square root and the square eliminate each other. So that answer is actually 14. So when you square a radical, you'll get what's underneath. So like if I had the square root of 5 squared, that's going to be the square root of 5 times the square root of 5. Well, think about it. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 25, which is 5. The square root of 8 squared. Square root of 8 times the square root of 8 is 8. If you can remember that, it'll save you a little bit of time. So the square and the square root eliminate each other. Let's take a look at this second problem. I want you to think the same way. I want to square this. So if I want to square this, I'm going to times it by itself. And again, the square root and the square eliminate each other, and we get 1 plus x. Not too bad, is it? Let's take a look at the next one. When you multiply radicals, you multiply what's outside of the radical sign and what's underneath. So when I look at this problem, if you want to put a 1 outside of here, you can. So I can take the 3 times the 1 is 3. Square root of 2 times the square root of 5 is the square root of 10. And then this is a positive, so a positive times a negative is a negative. I'll multiply the outsides. 3 times 6 is 18. Multiply the insides. 2 times 20 is 40. Now, I can't combine them the way they are because the radicals are different. But we can see if we can simplify the radicals down by taking out any perfect squares. So let's look at our list of perfect squares again. 2 squared is 4, so 4 is a perfect square. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. I don't need to go higher than that because these numbers are less than that. So, first of all, look at the square root of 10. Is it a perfect square? No, it's not in the list. So, remember the rule. Take 10 and divide it by 2. You get 5. Is 5 a perfect square? No, it falls right here. So, you look at the perfect square less than 5, which is 4. And then you come back over here and say, will 4 go into 10 evenly? No, you're going to get a decimal. So, I cannot break down the square root of 10. So, I'm going to just leave it alone. Now, over here, I've got 18 times the square root of 40. When I look at 40, is it on our list of perfect squares? No. So I take 40 and divide it by 2, and I get 20. Is 20 on our list? No. So I start right here with the perfect square less than 20, which is 16. If you take 40 divided by 16, you're going to get a decimal. So we can't use it. If you take 40 divided by 9, you're going to get a decimal. We can't use it. So then we go down to 40 divided by 4. Well, we can use that. That will work. So I can say the square root of 4 times the square root of 10 is the square root of 40. And the square root of 4 is 2. And you can multiply the outsides. 18 times 2 is 36. So I've got 3 square root of 10 minus 36 square root of 10. They're like terms. The radicals are the same. So I can combine them. 36, take away 3 of them. That gives me negative 33 square root of 10. And I'm done. Ta-da! All right. Have an awesome day.